for round 10 this time, and everybody's here, so we're just about to wait to go to the lobby. So this could be an interesting race, a mixture of drivers in this league, and I can't wait to see how it all pans out in the upcoming future. So I think everybody's here, so I think we're just waiting for the timer to go down. All 20 drivers are here. I'm the spectator. So it could be very interesting that everybody's here, just waiting for the timer to go down, and we should be going underway soon enough. So last time round it was the Belgium GP. It was short. We saw Chapelele win. I think Joost came third. Timothy Wenting came second place. Then I think it was Joost who finished fourth because of his time penalties. He was up into first place, but the amount of time penalties he got, he dropped him down into fourth. He did start last, so he made a good recovery from starting in last place. Wrong title. Oh, yeah. Thanks for pointing that out, Gavin. Not make that mistake next time round. Yeah, apologies if you noticed the title being wrong. I swear I put LOR, not SRL. I looked at last week's title and I copied it all, so God knows why I put SRL, LOR. And we're ready to ready up for the session then. Yeah, this could be my last time commentating for like forever, because I don't feel comfortable commentating no more. This could possibly be my last ever commentary I ever do. I feel more comfortable in co-coms because I don't have the pressure speaking all the time and just pointing out, just like Martin Budd, just pointing out things. You're doing no traction. I thought you did that already. Alright, as we head off into short qualifying then. Bear with me, I'll be AFK for a few minutes, maximum 2. Or use too loud yet again. Right, here we go then for qualifying, so I can't wait for this. Who's going to be the first one out on the track? As I get the full map up, there's a Williams first out, and I want to see who that is. That's not Jory, it's MNT. Apologies if I do get your name wrong. He's on the hard tyres, so there's 3 of them in this lobby. PMP Patrick is a new driver. I've not seen him around, so welcome to the league, Patrick. And is there any new drivers here? Yes, it's the Williams here. I wonder where Frederick's gone. And the other driver. Remember, both Williams crashed out in Belgium. One of them survived and the other one didn't. So 2 new Williams drivers, unless this driver's the same, unless he changed his PSN. So 2 new Williams drivers. Welcome, Riley. Already using ERS on his outlap. I prefer to save ERS instead of using it. This is banker, so I won't have to worry. So the strategy is mediums to hards. Don't dare touch the soft tyres because they will overheat and wear out as quick as possible around this track. So it is mediums to hards. And this new Williams driver coming around. I don't know if this part of the track is difficult, or it's just me, as massive oversteer through the penultimate corner as he comes across the line. Look at the back end sliding out, and that's the Mercedes right behind him. So that Mercedes wanted slipstream. As we come down into turn 1, easy to invalidate. The back end sliding all over the place. What about the Mercedes behind him? The Mercedes is on the medium tyres. Is that Alex behind him? Yes, it is Alex. So getting the slipstream. Remember, I saw Alex do this in another league because he did it in Bahrain in another league. He wanted to get the slipstream, and guess what? He qualified 3rd. And apparently he's gone first in the first sector. So we'll keep an eye on this driver here. On Jordan's left the session, probably due to lag issues. Bring it down into first gear, clip the apex, work your way up through the throttle. I don't know if it's just the hard tyres not producing the grip that he wants, because the back end has been sliding about. But that was in turn 1 and through the penultimate corner, so he has a slight lock up. And we've already got yellow flags somewhere. I don't think it's just major, I think it's just people preparing for their flyer laps. Slightly missed the apex there. I don't know the corner names, so I'm going to have to get that up. Remember, on his outlap he did have a little bit of a slide on the penultimate corner. Seems to be okay so far, nice and clean through the penultimate and the final corner. As he comes across the line, what's this bank going to be? At 12.8, Alex goes up into 2nd place. A 13.1 for him in the Mercedes on the medium tyres. We'll get the tyre information up as Yost goes quickest in the Toro Rosso, and that's a 12.4. The Ginger is up into 2nd place on the hard as well. MNT is a 3rd. Ahead of Gavin on the hard tyres, and apologies for the noise in the background if you can hear it. Hold on just for a second. I'm back, sorry about that. So Chapelele's up into 2nd place at his home GP, and that's on the hard tyres. I think he's just crossed the line to set his fastest lap. A 12.6, 2 tenths behind Yost in the Toro Rosso ahead of him. There he is. Tim Wentking is up into 3rd place, and most of the times have been on the hard tyres. Alex is the highest medium runner, but he's gone onto the softs. Look at that. He's coming out of the pits on the soft compound tyres. So is he committed to a 2-stop here? Because I doubt he could do soft or hard, because those softs will wear out very quickly. We've got yellow flags somewhere on the track. Is Ryder a lap? No, he isn't. LH44, he's already set his lap time of 40.6. And who's that? That Alfa Romeo, the Ferrari, has just got a 5-place grid penalty for collision with Geordie. And he's lost his front wing. So was he on a flying lap, and did Geordie get in the way? That's because it doesn't say out lap, and he was, I don't know how to describe it, but in fact, Geordie, he's on his out lap, isn't he? Wait, did someone just go off? The Ginger just went off. I think he was getting out of the way. Go on board with Geordie. He's on the soft tyres, interestingly. Now, I remember he did this in another league, along with Flip Flop Fish at this track. So he's definitely coming to a 2-stop on the softs. I don't know if it'll work out or not, but safety cars are a massive factor in this game. Who's that? That's Frederick. I thought he wasn't here. Down in 15th place. And he's got lagging issues, and we come up to, hopefully he doesn't ruin Geordie's lap. I mean Yost's lap. as he barges him out the way. So keep an eye on Joost then. I think it's his second attempt on these hard tyres. A little bit down to the second sector. As we come into the third sector, there's a Ferrari ahead of him, and that is sector. As there's yellows in sector 3, as the two Ferraris get out of the way. One of them's lost their front wing due to a collision with Geordie. Comes round the final corner, and what lap time will he set? Is it better than his previous? Oh, it's 12.3, so he gained over a tenth in the final sector, and that's his third attempt on these tyres as well. So doing a few banker laps to get used to the track. Expected quite a few invalidations, and the Ginger will cross the line to start his flying lap as we come into turn 1. And now headed into turn number 2. Yeah, like I said, this will probably be my last time commentating for any league because I don't want to do it no more. And a few hundreds up in the first sector, I don't feel comfortable with commentating no more. This will probably be my last one. Coming down, breaking at the 100-meter board. He has a slight lock up. Fully flat out to his right hander here. When he brake after the 50-meter board, there's another lock up into the corner. It won't affect him as long as the rears don't slide out. It's alright. As a 49.9 to the second sector, so he's up on his personal best so far. Oh, that's a Red Bull off the track, and I think the Ginger has it validated because it's red, highlighted red. So that Red Bull, I don't know who that was, but he's off the track. Is Joost going for another lap? Yes, he is. We'll go on board with someone else who young lights on the medium tyres. But I want to keep an eye on Alex. There he is. 2 tenths up in the second sector, it says. Oh, first sector. We're on the second sector right now. That's way too wide and an invalidation for him. He was 3 tenths up, so I believe he's got another set of softs, which he should do. The minimum tyres you could have is 2 sets of softs if you're on the harder strategy. The maximum softs you can have is 4 if you're on the softer strategy, which I doubt all these drivers will be because soft tyres aren't really good around this track. So he's still got an option to change it to mediums if he wants to. He's still in the top 10. If you get pushed out of the top 10, you can start whatever tyres you want. Junkenstein on the medium tyres, his best lap time, what was it? On the medium tyres, so coming through the second sector, he's 3 tenths up. This will probably put him up into 9th place if he keeps this pace up. The car ahead of him, I don't think it will affect him. I don't know who that is. That's a Williams. I think it's the guy in 3rd place. And he will come across the line, and he's got up into 7th, so gained quite a lot of time to the last sector, so good lap time from him. In the Alpha, his teammates out there on the same set of tyres coming through the second sector, and Junkenstein's retired, whereas his teammate has just invalidated his lap time. He was 3 tenths up, so he's got if he hasn't got enough fuel in the car, but he's got plenty of time left, so he can come back to the pits and just go for another lap on these mediums. Who else is on a lap? Riley's on his out lap on the soft tyres, so there's quite a few go for the soft tyres. 11th, 12th, 13th. Geordie's gone onto the soft, but he's invalidated his lap time. So we've got a variety of strategies going on here. Personally, the best strategy is mediums to hards. I've never been on the soft tyres in Germany. In a race, I have, but not in a league race, so I don't know how it feels like, but it's his choice. And I think he's about to start, or he's quitting the pits. V8 Field still in last place, he's struggling out there, but we'll go on board with him. Easy to invalidate turn 1, you want to like take loads of curb or take loads of the corner to turn 1 but not invalidate it at the same time. And there's a Williams who's just spun through the final corner, that is MNT. He spun in the pits, I think. And he's gone on to provisional pole position, has the Ferrari driver on the hard tyres as well, so that's a good lap time from him. I didn't expect that from all, so it's 11.2. So I think the medium runners should be aiming for a low 11. So we've got Joost, Tim, MNT, the Ginger, Chapelele still in the pits. Patrick is out there, but he's on the hard tyres. When it hits the 5-minute mark, I expect all these drivers to be out on the mediums, if not on the softs. Now who's gone on to the soft tyres? Alex, Riley and Rika. Yellow's in sector 3. That's the McLaren. That's the 8th field who's just spun. I wonder if he got on that curb right there. It's easy to just spin your car around there, so that's his lap time ruined and he'll have to wait for another one. Bryn Evans, Gavin. Hello young lights. As he comes into the pits, the Ferrari will come into the pits. I don't think he'll stay out there for another lap. No, he won't. Yost is on his out lap, so he's the one of the first medium runners to come out, along with Young Lights down in 8th place. So go on board with Young Lights first. Finley's also out there. Where is he? There he is, on the straight. So keep an eye out for Young Lights then. Currently in 9th place at 12.8. Ahead of Gavin, behind his teammate Junkenstein, who's just retired from the session. I don't think he actually crashed. I think he's just retired because might be satisfied with his lap time. He comes into turn 1. Now heading down into turn 2. Let's see what his first sector is like. He's a bit down on his first sector. Always backed out of it. I don't think he's invalidated. I didn't see him go wide or cut the corner, so it's his lap time over and done with at the moment. The Ginger's also out there on the medium, so go on board with Yost then. Always invalidates his lap time through turn 1. But he's still got plenty of time, so there's no need to worry about it. But turn 1's such an easy place to invalidate. I want to go on board with the Williams. There he is. Finley Stewart's retired from the session. Now he's crashed at turn 1, I believe. So I think he's actually spun it around and crashed into the wall. I expect that to happen in the race. Hello mate. Hello Jonathan, I'm good, thank you. And you? Quite a few on their out laps, but who is on a flying lap? Yost was, but he's invalidated his time. Elsewhere on the track we've got Young Lights go for another lap. Again on these set of mediums, plenty of fuel in the car, and off he goes, but he's has he invalidated? He's gone out way too wide through the last corner, and he's still going. But he's invalidated to turn 1, that's what I'm talking about. Take too much curb, but at the same time, don't invalidate it. So we've got LH44 on the soft tyres. What about Geordie? As he comes round the final corner, and what lap time will he set? Expected to be on pole position because he's on the soft tyres. 11.3 for him on the softs. Right, go on board with... Oh, he's already invalidated his lap time. The Ginger. Oh, he's invalidated his lap time. Yost. There he is through the first sector. On the straight. Gonna head down into turn 4. Break at the 100-metre mark. You want to slightly miss the apex here to get a better run out the corner, which he does so. So that's the best way to take it, because I usually struggle through there. Hope that Mercedes gets out of the way, which he does. Jordan has got up into second place. It's a 1:11.7. He's 4/10 off of Geordie, but he's on the soft tyres. And half a second up is Yost on his second flying attempt, but he's invalidated again. Oh, he almost hit Alex on the... He tried to go down the inside. Tim's on his out lap, so we'll go aboard with this driver. Oh, the back end wanted to step out, and his first sector is not going to be, 1/10 down, so I expected that from him. Probably picking up the throttle way too early. The back end just wanted to step out, and we've got McLaren stationary on the track. Unless he's getting out of the way. Is that V8 field? Other McLaren's on the straight, and it's the Ginger. There he is. On his second lap time on these set of mediums, because he validates his first run, so I think it's like vital to put not too much full in the car, but like 4 or 5 laps worth, and that's 2 Red Bulls getting close to each other. As Gavin has gone up into third place, the McLaren crosses the line, and I think he's about to start his flying lap, that McLaren. Here's the Ginger then, 3/10 up in the middle sector. Heads way down to the Saxon curb, and Frederick's got up into third place. Not too far away, not too far away from his Red Bull teammate either, so good lap time from him in third. As we've gone on, we stay on board with the Ginger. Where will he go? 11.8 for him in the McLaren. He's gone up into 4th place, so he shares the 2nd row with Frederick. Yost has invalidated his lap time again. Now he's got one more run, but that's the 2nd time he's invalidated, so he's gonna have to do 3 laps, unless he's gonna have to do 3 laps on these set of mediums. Who's that Haas behind him? Go on board with sector then. The Ferrari coming across the line, and where will he go? 12.0. He's got up into 6th place. His teammates retired from the session. There is Yost, and we've got quite a few comments coming in. Who you support on F1? Sebastian Vettel. Chapalele up into 2nd place at his home GP. There's someone spun with who is it? I can't find him. I think he's cleared up now. There it is. On board with Geordie. So cleared up as quick as possible. So Chapalele at his home GP has got up into 2nd place, and I had a word with him earlier. He said he doesn't really like this track, but he's 2nd at the moment. Let's see if he can stay there. Frederick's back in the pits. We'll go on board with who then? Yost. We'll go on board with Yost. Where is he? He's down in 12th place, so we could be pushed outside the top 10 if you don't be careful. Patrick's retired. We've got a few retirements coming in. Hopefully don't block anybody. Tim Wentking crossed the line to go into 2nd place, but Yost almost lost it at the final corner as he is up into 6th place. So not what he would have wanted, but at least he finished his lap time and he's up into 6th. But 4 lap hole medium tyres he's going to have to start on. So Geordie's on pole position because he's on the soft tyres. Tim Wentking is on 2nd place ahead of Chapalele. This driver, quite a lot of talent. He's improving race by race. Chapalele in 3rd place, Jordan in 4th, MNT in 5th, Yost in 6th, Frederick in 7th, Ginger in 8th, Gavin in 9th, Sector in 10th, Alex in 11th place, but he can start whatever tyres he wants to. Patrick in 12th, Riley in 13th, Justas in 14th, Drunkenstein in 15th. The 2 Alphas getting pushed out. Vettel is my favourite driver. I'm a Verstappen Norris fan. I'm a Charles Leclerc fan. I like all the drivers. I don't have any hate for them. But my favourite are Verstappen and Vettel. Thank you to everybody watching the stream. It's my last possible ever commentary because I don't feel comfortable doing it, but thanks for everybody watching. So Geordie on pole position then, 2 tenths, and the Ferrari's got a 5 place grid penalty. Alright, sorry about that. So Finley Stewart will be starting in last place. He will be started down in 19th place thanks to his 5 place grid penalty. The 2 Hasses not having a good qualifying. Alex, like I said, could start whatever tyres he wants to because he's outside the top 10. Don't think the softs are good around this track at all. But Geordie has to start the softs because he qualified first. Looking forward to what happens in the race. A bit cloudy. I don't think it will rain. Thanks to all 12 people watching. A bit of pressure on my last day of probably commentating, but try and deal with it. Personally for me, I like this track, but the only thing that gets me is turn 1. Like, I either cut the corner or go out too wide into turn 1. Can never get it right. Where else do I validate? Possibly through the final corner, going out wide, which is the main problem as well. "34 laps of this GP as well on board with the formation lap then, warming up their tyres. I get everything up, the information. Oh, look at that. Only Geordie's on the soft compound tyres, so he's going to have to pull out a massive gap in the opening stint, otherwise he will be joining traffic and not in a good position because a DRS train is more likely to happen around this track. So Geordie in his opening stint has to do something on these soft tyres. He needs to pick up the pace as quick as possible. If the safety car comes out at the wrong time, his strategy is probably screwed. If the safety car does come out, he'll probably have to pit because they'll be bunched up the field again and he has to pull out a massive gap, which I doubt he could do because of those soft tyres instantly dying. Frederick, 21 seconds behind. There he is. Is he actually in the session or is he just disappearing off the track? Is he somewhere else on the track? Because I know this glitch has happened before. He's not actually there. He's somewhere on the formation lap in 7th place. Remember in qualifying we saw Yost push him off, but I don't think that was actually Frederick. And plus, if you're that far behind, you'll probably get disqualified from the formation lap anyway. So I don't think he's actually there. I think he's actually somewhere around here as they all come around the final corner to come on the straight. This is going to be an interesting race to watch as Finley's the last one round come to take his grid slot in a last place, unfortunately for him. Right then, Frederick's down there, Jesus. Waiting for the lights to go out, there they are. We are underway for round 10, who gets a better start? It should be Geordie on those soft tyres, but who's going to get out of top in the first corner? Chapelele takes his place in second. Third, sorry, or second, I don't know which one it is. Tim Wenskin goes side by side with the Red Bull. That's Jordan coming down into turn number 2. And seems to be all clean. Everybody gets away well. I don't think no mistakes are happening. Look at that midfield battle going on. Hopefully they'll sort themselves out as we come down into the heavy braking zone into turn 4. Tim still side by side with Jordan as they come down. And Tim outbreaks him into turn 4 unless Jordan can get a better exit, but Tim has the outside line and Jordan's up into 3rd place. Unless look at that, MNT is coming side by side into turn 5 they go, and Tim has the inside line and no way, he almost hit the back of Jordan as well. Ginger up into 6th place, he started at 8th so he's made up 2 positions. Yost is losing quite a few, he's down in 7th place. Alex going out wide, he's on the medium tyres, he did start outside the top 10, look at the Haas going out wide in the background. Right then, so no first lap contact as it seems. Frederick's not actually there, so everything's okay. Look at that, Riley and NH44 going side by side. Oh, sorry, that's Young Lights and Riley, as Young Lights takes his place as we come on to lap 2. So that's quite a good first lap. Now Jordy needs to pull away as quick as he can, and he's what, if the gaps sort themselves out, 7/10 ahead of Chapelele, which he doesn't want whatsoever. And look at that, the close gaps. I know it's only lap 2, but he has to pull away as much as he can to make his strategy work, otherwise he'll rejoin down the field and stuck in the DRS train. No DRS yet, of course, it's only lap 2, it's activated in the next lap. No battles going. Oh, look at that in the background, there's a racing point, and Gavin going side by side. Patrick going down the inside into turn 4. There's the Alpha behind going down the inside on the Ferrari, and he's overtaken him up into 12th place. Good move from him. And Patrick's up into 9th, but will Gavin fight back? He forces the racing point to go out wide. Oh, Gavin spun. Remember, he did say he's using no traction control, and he lit up the rear tyres and unfortunately spun. But down to 17th place. So what happened to the guys in 18, 19 and 20? Finley had a horrible getaway at the start. Sorry to catch that on stream, Gavin, but it would have been a good move because you forced the racing point to go out wide, you tricked him to go down the inside, and he outbraked himself as DRS is now activated. So expect to see close battles going on. And Young Light's already picking up a 3-second time penalty. That's probably at the first corner. Right then, so Tim right behind Jordan, but Jordan has DRS on the back of Chapelele. Chapelele doesn't have DRS on the back of Jordy. So Geordie's clear at the moment at least, but we'll go on board with Tim. If he's close enough to go down the inside into turn 4, no he's not, way too far back for him. Ginger's too far back on the Williams. What about Alex and Patrick? Patrick looking to make another move around the outside. That's a lovely move. He can make the stick. Both made contact, I expected in that corner, but it looked like Alex will stay ahead of Patrick. Hard but fair racing from both of them. And will Patrick go around the outside? Oh, that's he doesn't go off the track, and that's a lovely move for Patrick. And he's up into 8th place. Quite far behind Yost, but hopefully he can catch up. But there's someone who's made a mistake in sector 2. Is that Junkenstein and Young Lights? I don't know who it is, but it's gone. So back on board with the top runners. There's more yellow flags as Young Lights has retired from the session. Gavin, we'll go on board with Gavin as the safety car is now deployed. Look at that crash. I don't know how he's done it. Did he, I don't know, I don't want to assume how he's done it, but anyways, this will help Gavin, but this will not help Geordie whatsoever. Because, look at that. Where is the safety car? The safety car has came out at the wrong time for Geordie, because it was activated after he crossed the line. And he's caught up the safety car. This is not what he wanted. So his strategy will go... I don't know what he could do at this moment of stage. Not much he could do. But the likes of Finley, Junkenstein, who's changed his front wing and onto the hard tyres, LH44. There's Riley coming out the pits on the intermediates. Please tell me that's a joke. Alright, so everybody can catch up. V8 Field, we've not spoke about him. Did he not start in last place? I think that was Finley. Where did he start? If I can get the right information or position change. He started down in 16th place and he's made up 5 places. Good one from V8 Field. Patrick up 4 places in the racing point, making PMP proud. Hopefully try and catch, or Legende will be watching this, seeing his racing point driver in 8th place. Who's made the most positions then? It's joint with V8 Field and Rika, and Justas as well. Frederick's lost the most, but I don't believe he's down in 19th place. I think he's somewhere in the midfield or around here. Only two drivers stayed where they started, and that's this driver here, the Williams, and that's Geordie. If the safety car came out a few seconds before, Geordie could have pitted and gone onto the medium tyres. But what can he do right now? Because these soft tyres are expected to die around lap 7. They won't last long, and I wonder what he's going to do. The safety car will probably help him with tyre wear, but that's not the point, because look at all these guys right behind him. He's going to end up down probably in last place at this moment of stage if he decides to pit. He can't stay out there for that long because of these tyres. He couldn't pit because the safety car was deployed after he crossed the pits. So things not working well at all for Geordie. I don't know what he can do at this moment of stage. Trying to think what he can do. I don't think staying out is the better option, because if he stays out, those tyres will drop off dramatically, because we're already on lap 5. The likes of Chapelele, Jordan, Tim, and all them behind him will catch up and overtake Geordie. The soft tyres are not the best tyre, and the safety car didn't stay out too long as I expected to. So coming in on lap 5 as Geordie will back up the field then. Hopefully it doesn't slow them down too much. The only soft one in this race up into first, trying to get the track position, but track position around this track not really that important because DRS and all that. Alex has got a tyre penalty, a 5-second tyre penalty with a severe collision from sector. And when will Geordie release them? Can't go in too slow because Alex has got another 5-second tyre penalty, so that's 10 seconds already. As Geordie's now released them, off we go again. Oh, coming down it. Oh, Jordy's losing it and he's lost it. Chapelele has to take evasive action, and so does Tim. He's lost the place to the Williams and the Ginger. And what about he's down in 19th place, so this race has gone horribly wrong for him. And look at Jordan all over the back of Chapelele. No DRS yet, of course, is down to straight line speed. As they come down into turn 4. And Chapelele stays ahead of Jordan unless he can get a better exit coming out of turn 4, which he doesn't. Any more battles going on. Patrick stays ahead of Alex. And Gavin's up into 12th place. Where did he... I remember being him being down in 16th or 17th as Philly tried to make a move on the Ferrari, but didn't quite work out for him. As Jordy's down in 19th place, so a terrible day for him. Now he can only pit because those soft tyres will continue to die out. Back on board with the top 2. A mad restart. Legenda is watching this. As his PMP driver is up into 7th place. Doing a good job for them so far. So Tim and Chapelele had to take evasive action because Jordy spun through the first corner. Chapelele picks up a time penalty. No DRS activated yet, of course. Tim versus the Ginger. Tim lost 3 places. Wasn't his fault, as Gavin has overtaken Rika in a place where you would expect him to overtake. But look at that, Finley and Justas. But I want to see the battle for the top 2 because that could be going on, which it isn't, not yet. Headed down into turn 4. The Ferrari of Sector down the inside of Alex, and he's made it stick. And Gavin, did he overtake Rika? Yes, he has. Gavin has to be careful because he said he's using no traction control. I think that's why he's been struggling. This is where he spun last time out. This time he doesn't. So Chapelele, the German driver at his home GP, under pressure from the Dutchman right behind him. Who is PMP Patrick? You don't even know. As DRS will be now activated. Look at the Mercedes of Tim. The back end sliding all over the place, and someone has crashed. And who is that? Nobody, I don't think. And that's the racing point of Jordy going to the pits. The back end sliding on the final corner for Tim, getting a tank slap on the exit, but thankfully he saved it. As they all have DRS, but Chapelele is clear ahead of Jordan. And who else further down? Tim, the back of the Ginger, but still can't make a move. Yost biding his time, and Sector go down the inside of Patrick. As Patrick has a better launch coming out of turn 4 at the outside line, and the Ferrari's going side by side with the Haas further down, and that's Finley, Rika, and he's about to lose another place to the Haas. Going down into turn 6. They're still side by side. In fact, he's taken his place and up into 12th. Alex all over the back of Rika as well, the Romanian driver. Can he go down the inside here? Oh yes he can, he will send it, but he cuts the corner. I'd probably get a warning for that. And Jordy down at a miserable 18th place on the hard, so his strategy hasn't worked out whatsoever as we go on board with the drivers. And Jordan has got a time penalty, as the Ginger has as well. Not surprised through turn 1, and V8 has picked up a time penalty. And Jordan putting pressure on the German driver ahead of him. It's Pure Fantasies, oh yeah. I didn't even know Pure Fantasies wasn't PMP. Heading their way down into turn 4, Yost putting pressure on Tim ahead of him. Tim was putting pressure on the Ginger in 4th place. Patrick still fighting with Sector. And Junkenstein and LH44 going at it down in the midfield. The Haas and Alpha having a good scrap. And Junkenstein stays ahead of the Haas as well. Riley down in 17th place in the Williams. Hello Nathan, hello Wojtinho. How are you both? Ça va? and someone has dropped it. That's the Haas, and that's LH44 who's just spun. We can't watch that because Jordan's on the back of Chapelele as Vetrix picked up a time penalty. I'm not too bad, thank you. What about you? I hope you're better, Nathan, after last time. As Jordan, Chapelele will defend the inside, and will Chapelele outbreak him into turn 4? Yes, he will, but Jordan outbreaks himself into turn 4. I thought he would go for the switchback, but this time it was Jordan who outbraked himself into turn 4 as Tim trying to get past. Or has he been overtaken? No, he hasn't. I think the Ginger's just overtaken the Williams. Yes, he has. He's up into 3rd place, so a podium course for the Ginger. Do you know what? I'm going to do podium interviews after the race. Why not? Yeah, good to hear. Finley's up into 10th. Now remember, Finley started in last place and he's up into 10th. And if I remember, before the safety car, Frederick's retired. No, where's that? Where has he retired? I can't see him. Where did he retire? Where is he? I can't even see him. He's just disappeared off the track. And LH44 has retired as well. So could this cause another safety car, bring Geordie back into play? Frederick's left, and LH44, I don't know where he's dropped it. Geordie can't overtake. Evasive actually, because look at that, Tim down the inside. That's why he broke late to outbrake Tim, and Tim has made his way through up into 4th place. But can the Williams fight back? Coming down into turn 5, now headed into turn 6. Is he confident on the brakes? Nope. Tim stays ahead of him and stays in 4th place. Now catching up to the Ginger as he's got a podium at the moment. As Joost has overtaken the Williams as well, so he's dropped back 3 places. Don't know if he's just struggling with the tyres or not, but down into 6th, and Sector's quite far behind in 7th. The 2 Ferraris running their own race in 7th and 8th, but one of them's under pressure from the racing point of Patrick and Finley Stewart. Chapelele under pressure as Chapelele picks up a time penalty in turn 1 again. So I don't think they're no longer equal on time penalties. I think Chapelele's got one more than Jordan. Shap leading the race. I'm surprised. Shap going on the grass. Defending the inside like he's always done. And yet again maintains his position, but can Jordan get a little bit of a switchback on him? No, he can't. And Tim has overtaken the Ginger up into 3rd place. So Ginger drops one back, one Dutch replaces another Dutchman, as Gavin and Pure Fantais or Patrick are still fighting for position. As Gavin's trying to score some points with no traction control. I don't know if it's first time with traction control or not. We did see him spin here early in the race, but he's recovered well from it and up into 11th. But I want to mention Finley Stewart. Finley started down in last place, he's up into 9th, so this could be a good race for him if he can score some decent points up into 9th place. So Patrick currently under pressure from Gavin right behind him, while his Renault teammate is leading this race. He's coped well under pressure, has Chapelele. And the Ginger has retired through turn 1. And he's crashed as well. And the safety car has been deployed. There it is, the safety car coming out of the pits. In fact, the safety car's stuck. Look at that. Because the Ginger's car. Oh, it's gone now. I thought the safety car got held up by the Ginger's car. So the Ginger, unfortunately, is out of this race, as Alex has picked up a time penalty for speeding under the safety car. In fact, a drive-through penalty, and I believe you can't serve that while the safety car is out. Alex has been hit by many time penalties in this race. Bottle job, but yes, it is hard down in turn 1. I don't understand what you mean by that, Whitinho, as Alex has got a 5-second time penalty. Do you know what? If he doesn't be careful, he'll get disqualified by the amount of time penalties he's got. And the medium runners are starting to pit. I think all of them will pit. Yeah, I think they will. I don't think no one's, I don't want to say stupid, but I don't think it's just a bit of common sense to pit. And, oh, the Ferrari's on the hard, so fair play. As I expected, he's going to stay out. Plus his Ferrari teammates in the pits as well, so I think he should have. I think it was the right call to stay out on the hard tyres. He'll switch over to the mediums in this race. He already pitted on lap 4, and he's leading this race. So let's see how the strategy works out for him. I don't know if he's one of those drivers that got caught up in the first lap incident. As Chapelet comes out in second, Jordan, Tim, Yost, Williams, Sector, Riley. In fact, did they all pit? Yes, they all pitted. So a bit of no-brainer as Jordy and Gavin going side by side under the safety car. I wonder if Gavin just came out of the pits. Oh, bit of overtake going on. Oh, did Finley hit the back of Riley? He's lost part of his front wing, and Finley still has. He had a severe collision with Riley. I was on board with him for a split second, but I realised he was going to smash the back of him. He paid the consequences, but unfortunately, why are Tim and Jordan exchanging positions up in 3rd and 4th? Right, everybody's on the hards except one driver, which is Drunkenstein on the medium tyres. What tyres did he start on? I'll have a look. Oh yeah, I forgot, one driver did go to the intermediates and somehow he's up into 8th place. I don't know how he's up into 8th despite being on the intermediates. Good strategy from him. Using the wet tyres is still up into 8th place, 9th place. As Finley is now in the pits to change his front wing. So Drunkenstein, he started on the mediums. He's done a 2-stop, so he can go to the end on those tyres if he wants to. Doesn't have to change tyres again unless his tyres do go off later in this race. I don't want to put the blame on someone, Riley or Finley. I think they were just under a delta and Finley wasn't expecting him to brake hard. There he is, rejoining down in last place. We've got 4 retirements: Young Lights, LH44, Frederick and the Ginger. Our net race leader is up into 2nd place. Riley's got a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits as well. How are you doing this under the safety car? I've noticed quite a few drivers picking up time penalties under the safety car. I know Alex has got quite a few of them. If he doesn't be careful, he'll probably get disqualified. Jordan and Alex again switching positions. I meant Tim. For the 2nd time in this race, we are off for the safety car restart, and this time it's a Ferrari leading the GP instead of Jordy, but Jordy is up into 10th place. Despite that spin he had into turn 1, he's recovered rather well. So the Ferrari will lead this pack on the hard tyres. I don't expect him to be that quick because the guy's behind on a brand new set of hards. Tim Wensking up into 3rd. So if I remember, Jordan was ahead of Tim in before the safety car. Now he's ahead of him. And there's a yellows to sector 3 already, so someone's dropped it into sector 3. In fact, I think it's just a mistake. As we go off into turn 1 again, here we are for the 16th time. And Tim has been overtaken by Jordan as Yost goes down the inside of the Williams. But the Williams will have the slipstream, but not DRS, of course. Can he stay in the slipstream of Yost? Chapelele, he needs to make the move as quick as possible. Down the inside into turn 4 on the Ferrari. Now side by side with him. It's crucial to make the move as quick as possible. Any moves going on further behind. Go back up to his first and second place. Still going at it down into turn 6. Love the outside line, but he has to be careful. He doesn't want to get tangled up with someone. Oh! He's to be so mad at that one. Chapelli should have bided his time instead of fighting with the Ferrari. Now he's just lost out to the Ferrari. I don't know what to say about that one. Should the Ferrari be fighting with him or not? But he is running his own race and doesn't have to give up the places. Now he's got a 1 second gap over Jordan ahead of Tim Wentink, sorry. His teammate down in 7th place. Racing incident, I think he just like understeered into him as Alex picks up another time penalty. Interestingly, Ferrari's got a 1.4 second gap. I thought Jordan would be closing in on him despite the tyre advantage he has, but no. If he keep out of the 1 second DRS train, it'll be all good for him. No DRS activated, of course. The head did raid down, but Patrick and V8 Field are going side by side. Forces V8 Field off the track. Now Alex will have a go at him into turn 5. Who's going to be confident on the brakes coming into turn 6. V8 stays ahead of Alex. Staying on board with Tim Wentking. He's right behind Jordan. I don't know if Jordan's struggling or not. Alex has overtaken V8 Field. Where's that? Oh, not a place to go side by side whatsoever. Oh, the Alfa Romeo. Oh, Junkenstein. There's 2 of them coming to the pits. Is that Alex? Yes, it is Alex and V8 Field. So, Junkenstein, I probably should retire now because he's mad. Chapelli has set the fastest lap of the race. Props for Chapelli not leaving the session. I thought he would. He did last time as Junkenstein's retired from the session. Too far back to make any move into turn 4, and there's yellow flags in everywhere now. Is that a Renault? It is. Chapelli. What's happened to him? He was fighting Rika, but I wonder if those two came to blows on the straight as well. He hasn't lost any of his front wing, so I don't have a clue what happened there. Hello Voitinho. Do you know what? This Ferrari first place has done a good job. I thought he would not, I won't say jumped, but everybody right behind him because of those hard tyres being 15 lap holds as Tim sets the fastest lap. So fair play to this Ferrari, but Jordan is closing on him, but he hasn't got DRS yet. But behind him, Tim sets the fastest lap, and Tim's doing a good job to stay behind Jordan. I don't know if Jordan's struggling or not on these hards. Look at the ERS he has. Jordan not in 1 second range of the Ferrari ahead of him because he hasn't got no DRS. Chapelli has overtaken, has retired from the session and left, and Tim has overtaken Jordan up into turn 4 where they go, and I think he's just retired in the pit, so no safety car will be coming out as Riley tries to make a move on Geordie, and yellows are set to 1. V8 Field's coming in the pits, but the team's not ready for him, and even more pain, he has to serve more penalties. Oh, that's a Renault got off in the background. That's Gavin. What happened there? He just disappeared. Thankfully, he didn't hit the wall. What's those red lights mean on the steering wheel? I've not seen that before. Everybody's got the red lights on the steering wheel, if you could see. I don't know what that's for. I haven't seen that once in this race. Tim has just set the fastest lap and on course to catch up to the Ferrari as well. Jordan picks up a time penalty. I don't know if he's struggling or not, but Tim's on fire here and doing a good job. He won a league race yesterday in Singapore. Can he do it again in Germany? It'll be a good weekend for him if he can. Yeah, again, too far back on the Ferrari. But what about Joost and Jordan? The two Dutchmen Any more battles going on further behind? Nope, there isn't. So there's only a battle for the top 2. How hard will this Ferrari defend from Tim behind him? He is coming towards, well, near the end of his hard stint to go on the mediums. Frederick has retired from the session. I didn't see how, because he was lagging all over the place. Both of them saving energy through the final corner. Now deploying it down the straight. And Ferrari has picked up a time penalty as well. Tim has to make this move as quick as possible to stop Jordan and Joost getting on the back of him. Should be an easy move for Tim. I don't think the Ferrari will fight hard, knowing that the guys behind him are on a fresher set of hard tyres, and he is up into first place. Oh, Jordan's just hit the back of the Ferrari. Now, did he get any full wing damage? I don't think he did. No carbon fibre came off the car, but in the background you can see Gavin and Geordie going side by side, coming into turn 5, and Geordie is ahead, unless Gavin will outbrake him. Is he confident on the brakes? No, he's not. Geordie will maintain his position, unless he goes wide, but he does. Oh! Could have gone worse, but at least he lost one position and didn't smash into the wall. I'm trying to think what happened. I didn't really see. Tim will overtake soon. In fact, he's done it. So he needs to pull out a gap now, because the Ferrari in between him can hold up the guys like Jordan, Joost, Williams and Sector. Heading down into turn 2. Biden this time. Riley picks up a time penalty, a 3-second time penalty. All over the Ferrari's gearbox. Will the Ferrari will have DRS? Yes, he will. But he's not in the slipstream really of Tim. How hard will he defend? He's defended the inside line, so he's fighting for it. Down the inside. This is going to be rather tight for Jordan. And he will lose 2 positions, because Joost has got up into second place. 2-for-1 deal as Jordan's left the session. Jordan will be frustrated with that one, as he's got pushed onto the grass by the Ferrari. The Ferrari is not giving up whatsoever. You're not being intimidated by Jordan, as he almost loses the back end of the car. By the way, what a race we had yesterday, ERO F2. Geordie's rejoined, so only lag issues, as Jordan rather frustrated because he's constantly losing the back end out of these corners, the traction zones. Yeah, he's back in the session. Finley's overtaken Geordie. His AI car. Do you know what it's for? He's not giving up, is he? Despite being on the older tyres, he's not going to let any of these guys through. And Geordie's actually dropped back from the Ferrari. So this Ferrari's got a pace on these hard tyres, and he's still got DRS range from Joost. Hopefully don't hit the back of him. He almost did, but pulls out as Geordie will try and make an opportunity of it, as Sector has overtaken the Williams, but the Williams has the outside line, and he goes onto the grass slightly. Going side by side to turn 5, coming into turn 6. Sector outbreaks him. No, he outbreaks the Williams, doesn't outbreak himself. Gavin has cleared Patrick. So if this Ferrari can keep in touch, will he have to pit again? Can those hard tyres go to the end? 19 old laps. If they can go to the end, he might drop back a few positions. I think they can go to the end. Yeah, I think they can. 10 more laps to go, so 30 laps on these tyres he will do. He's pitted on lap, let me think, 4. He pitted on lap 4, so at the beginning of the race, so these hard tyres have been through some heavy fuel. And this again, can Jordan go down? Can Jordan? No, he can't. Not gonna lie, I honestly thought, oh, the Ferrari and Williams have made contact with each other. So what happened there? Did the Ferrari turn in too early on him while he was trying to make an overtake? But do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I thought this Ferrari would drop down quite a lot, but he's actually done a good job so far. He pitted on lap 4 on the hard tyres. I don't know why he pitted on lap 4 unless he got caught up in an incident somewhere. As talk about incidents, there's yellow flags somewhere on this track and they're cleared up. Coming on to lap 25. Can the Ferrari get a podium? Can he try to? He's still keeping in DRS range of Yost, so do you know what? He's doing a good job. Our sector picks up a time penalty in the other Ferrari. I think both Ferraris qualified outside the top 10, if I'm correct. I think one of them got into top 10. Oh yes, look at that. My driver of the day will be this Ferrari if he could stay in 3rd or stay in 4th and 5th. Because he started down in 16th. He pissed on lap 4. As Jordy's in the pits right now. He pissed on lap 4 and he's doing a fantastic job. So he started down in 19th position and he's up into 3rd, and he's on old hard tyres as well. So this could be my driver of the day if he can keep it clean. 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th have stayed where they are. No, he hasn't. Sector was the one who qualified in the top 10, wasn't the other Ferrari, which I thought it would be. Hello Simon. IGK Lost. So is that a new esports team? Because I know Raikkonen, Zach and Gulli are in it. Now Yost is in it. The Ferrari's still got DRS on the back of Yost. He's dropping out, but can Jordan use this opportunity? He's too far back to make any move into turn 4 as Rika's overtaken Riley. That's because he's in the pits. I want to go back to that move that Jordan did to the Ferrari. Just hit the back of him. Hopefully that doesn't put him off the track. They both went for the inside together. I don't think there was nothing wrong with the Ferrari's move, but he did put Jordan in a tight situation. Oh no, the yellow fluid, that's the Williams, isn't it? That is the Williams of MNT, and he's retired from the session. Now, will this cause a safety car or will it cause a virtual one? He's retired off the track onto the gravel, but he's still in the way. In fact, Yost is actually caught up to Tim. He's in a 1 second DRS range, but he hasn't got DRS, so I think he was just closing in before the detection point. And Jordan still can't make a move on the Ferrari ahead of him. Patrick's caught up to Gavin. Philister is running his own race in 8th while Jordan's out there setting fastest laps in 12th. V8 Field has a lonely race as well, down in 14th place. So who could win this race? Tim or Yost? I don't want to check the time penalties to spoil it, but this will be sorted out on track. And yet again the Ferrari's still in the DRS range. How is he keeping up despite being on those old tyres? I actually don't know how long these hards could go for, but his race pace is actually quite amazing. Started down in 19th. He pitted on lap 4. I don't know if he got involved in an incident somewhere on that lap. He didn't start the softs, he started the mediums, so he must have had a contact somewhere with someone. So he's done a fantastic job up into 3rd, despite starting 19th. Jordan's too far back, but Patrick's closed up to Gavin. There he is, as he defends the inside line. Patrick will have to go the long way round. Unless he can get a better exit out of turn 4, and he can't do it. Riley's on the back of Alex, there they are. He's on the soft tyres, is Riley. Was on the intermediates at one stage. As Patrick's overtaken Gavin. So did he make a brave move down the inside into turn 6? Made it stick, and he's up into 6th. It's a good move from the PMP driver. No, that's not really a place to go side by side. Go on board with Riley, he's overtaken Alex. Now, the top 2, he's caught up to, in fact, they're all in DRS range of each other. Under 2, if I work this out mentally, under 3 seconds behind. 2 seconds. Yeah, 2 seconds. Under 2 seconds are the top 4. Sector running his own race down in 5th place, a clear ahead of Patrick, 9 seconds behind. In fact, 1 second behind, sorry, as he's still under pressure from Gavin right behind him, so not done with him just yet. What about the Ferrari? He's running he's got really good pace as his Ferrari, you know. Didn't expect this at all from him. His tyres are 10 laps older than Jordan's. At this stage of the race, he probably struggle, and Jordan looks to go down the inside but can't do it. What about Patrick and Gavin? Yost 6/10 behind Tim, so Tim will start to feel the pressure of the other Dutchman right behind him. Who's that? V8 field. Will Tim get DRS? No, he won't. Yost will have DRS on the back of Tim. So will the Ferrari behind, and V8's retired in the pits, so I don't know if he's just giving up or not. Yost has gone out wide to turn number 3. Oh my god, there's yellow flags everywhere now. And Jordan still can't make an overtake on the Ferrari. I don't know if the Ferrari's just got good pace or is handling his tyres well. This race pace is absolutely amazing. What setup has he got? Because I want to use it for my race on Thursday. I might message him after the race, see what setup he's using, because I like it. I can't believe he's keeping in touch, and there's yellow flags again. As Geordie's overtaking Alex, will Alex try to make it move down the inside? Not really a move because he's Geordie had the racing line and the corner, and no way Alex was going to force him off. Tim a little bit out of shape into turn 1. Any of these top 4 can win this race, but I wasn't expecting this Ferrari to be up there. Looks like the hard tyres are a really good tyre to use around this track. Coming down into turn 4. And Patrick's caught up to sector, so this could be an interesting battle for 5th placed. Probably too far back to make a move down into turn 4. I don't think sector will be expecting it. So one Ferrari in the battle for the podium positions, and the other one's fighting off Patrick in the racing point. This is pure fantasies. Keep an eye on the top 4 then. I'm surprised Jordan hasn't got past this Ferrari yet. He tried to down the inside, they both went down the inside together, but Jordan came into a tight acute angle, and that allowed Yost to get a better exit and up into 2nd place. The Ferrari did outbrake himself, but he did get overtaken by Jordan because Jordan had to focus on Yost. Then Yost overtook the pair of them. Coming on to lap 32 then, when will Yost start to make a move on Tim? Can Tim keep Yost behind him? And what about the Ferrari? Can he stay on the podium? Because I don't know how many time penalties Jordan's got. I think he's got quite a few, and he's all over the back of him. I dare say if the Ferrari didn't have any DRS, he would overtake him. Still can't make a move down into turn 4, but the Ferrari has outbroke himself. This is Jordan's opportunity, and he can't. Patrick further behind. Look at that. That's Gavin. Yeah, it is Gavin. The Ferrari defended 2 drivers at once. He's in the middle. Gavin spun round. Almost spins. Patrick's off the track, and the Ferrari has survived for another day. I wonder if his tyres are starting to go off, is the Ferrari, as Riley's overtaken Rika. Easy move on those soft tyres. I think the Ferrari is a little bit struggling because of those tyres. 28 lap old tyres, you could dare say he's been on them for nearly the whole race. Jordan's still stuck in that dirty air, and he's picked up another 3-second time penalty. Do you know what, this Ferrari could be my driver of the day. I think he might have 1 penalty, I don't know, I didn't check at all. But he is losing his touch with Tim and Joost. Still got the DRS to keep Jordan behind him, but look at Tim going defensive on the inside. 1 lap to go. Who's going to be on top after this race? Jordan trying to get a better, Joost trying to get a better exit on Tim, but they're both coming up to turn 5 together, side by side, and Joost is ahead. Now, coming up to the next lap is the last lap. Will Tim make a last lap move to try to overtake him? Patrick still behind the other Ferrari. Going down the inside into turn 6. He's got this one covered. Sector almost dropping the back end at the turn 6. Can Gavin try and overtake him on the last lap? But we're coming up to the last lap before these drivers. All Tim needs to do now is try and stay within, as he's overtaking him. In fact, Sector's got him back. Tim will be wanting this desperately. He's led the second part of the race. Now losing it to Joost on the last lap is not what he would have wanted at all. But this Ferrari, can he keep Jordan behind him? This time hasn't got DRS to protect himself, and yeah, easy move for him. Finally he's got past him, but look at the top 2. Joost going defensive now. Tim will have to get a better exit coming out of turn 4 because Joost has came into a cute angle and stays ahead. Ferrari's picked up a time penalty. I don't know if Jordan pushed him off the track or not. This could be really close, you know. Tim wants this desperately. And look at this. Patrick, Sector and Gavin. So the Sector is not done with Patrick yet, but I want to keep an eye out the battle for these drivers just in case if Tim makes anything or if Joost makes a mistake or not. Patrick and Sector still go side by side. This is a close battle for 5th place here. Gavin's looking interested as well, a bit more on board with Joost as he comes round the final corner. It looks like he's safe on Tim. Yes, he is, as he comes round the final corner to win the German GP. Tim is second. Jordan will finish in... Oh, so he will finish in the podium then. What about Sector? Has he got rid of Patrick and Gavin? This will be decided on penalties. I know he's got quite a few penalties, and he will finish in 7th place because Gavin has overtaken him, and Patrick finishes in 8th place. Sector has finished in 7th. Finley in 6th. Finley started in last place and now he's up into 6th. But well done to Joost. Amazing race from you. Tim, unfortunately, will be frustrated with that. He led with quite a lot of it. Do you know what? If Chapelela did not retire, I wanted to see what could have happened to him in this race. That was a really good race, you know. Absolutely fantastic. Jordy started on pole position and he finished in 9th place. Joost, he struggled in qualifying, but now has won this race. He started on 4-lap all medium tyres. There it is. Dutch 1, 2, 3. Jordan's not British, he's Dutch. Gavin happy in the comments. He made that mistake in turn 6, at the exit of turn 6, picked up way too much oil and spun the car. So Joost win this race ahead of Tim. No penalties for Joost or Tim, I swear they picked up a penalty. Jordan and Ferrari picked up the exact same type of penalties. Gavin in 5th place ahead of the Toro Rosso. Finley, who started down in last place and has done a 3-star strategy. Sector down in 7th ahead of Patrick in 8th. Jordy in 9th. He did start a pole, but his strategy did not work out whatsoever. Riley down in 10th place ahead of Rika. Alex in 12th. And your retirements 13th down to 20th. 7 retirements altogether. But that was a fantastic race to watch. So, Yo started 6th place. Tim started where he finished. Jordan started in 4th. Look at that. The Ferrari started down in 19th and stick to the one-stop strategy. He stayed out in the safety car and it paid out well for him. He did get a podium, but he should be happy with 4th. Gavin down in 5th. Did he pick up any penalties? Did Gavin? We'll have a look. Nope, neither did Finley. So they're both clean. That was a fantastic race to watch. Absolutely enjoyed that. That is it. That is round 10 done. Now I'm going to check where round 11 is. Let me have a look where the next round is. Calendar. So we've just done Germany. Austria is the next round next week for the 11th round of the season, so I can't wait for that one. Next one is Japan, Mexico, Brazil, and the last race is Singapore. Right, thank you very much for tuning in. That was a fantastic race to watch. I might keep commentating, I might not. Depends how I feel. And that is it. I said I'll do podium interviews, but I don't really want to do them, so sorry about that one. But see you all later for the next round in Austria for round 11.